Shiloh Schroeder here with 321 Countdown News, live from outside the Paris Opera House after Paris's newest ballet, The Rite of Spring, by composer Claude Dvorkovich and choreographer Lorelei Marie, have caused riots and fighting to break out in the auditorium after their avant-garde choreography. I'm here trying to get an exclusive interview, possibly with Claude himself. But I'm hoping to maybe just get a couple of audience members or maybe a ballerina. But, oh my God, is that Mr. Dvorkovich? Mr. Dvorkovich! I'm Shiloh Schroeder. Can I please, with 321 Countdown News, can you please, can I get an interview, please, sir? I have a couple questions to ask you about the events that just unfolded. Oh my goodness. Good evening, Mr. Dvorkovich, and thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview with me, Shiloh Schroeder from 321 Countdown News. Now, could you describe the events that just happened inside that opera house for me?
There was a fight, a riot. Were you in there?
No, sir, I was not.
Don't go in there. It's bad.
Alrighty, thank you. Next question. How do you think the outcome of this ballet will affect your future as a composer and even the future of ballet itself?
It was too modern. I hated it. Ballet will never be the same. My music. They broke my violin.
I'm so sorry about that. That's a terrible loss. My condolences.
I'll never play again. I'll never compose.
That's a travesty. You're, oh my. My interview with Mr. Dvorkovich had to end early as he has now been admitted to a mental institute and diagnosed with schizophrenia due to the outcome of this event. My condolences and prayers are with him and his family. Thank you for joining me, ladies, and for answering a couple of questions about your experience with the Rite of Spring. To start us off, can you tell me how this experience made you feel?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. We are pleased to be here with you today. We are delighted you reached out following the success of our most recent ballet, Rite of Spring. Rite of Spring was a beautiful interpretation of what ballet would be like in the future.
Did you miss the part where people broke out in fights and rioted and threw tomatoes on the stage? We actually have first-hand accounts that people were actually even offended and hated the performance.
How dare you say such a thing? People hate. How outrageous.
That was the most adoring audience I've ever had the pleasure of performing for. I love tomatoes.
I must say that I do not believe I will ever have such a wonderful audience ever again.
Okay, and how do you think the reaction to this performance will affect the dance world in the future?
I think that this ballet is the push that everyone needed to breaking the strict rules of classic ballet.
The dance world will be better off after this push to new times ahead of us.
I cannot wait for our future performances.
Come in.
Miss Charlotte, Miss Delphine, I just must inform you that all future performances of the ballet have been cancelled.
No! Why did you do this? This is not an art!
Okay, well, thank you, ladies, for your concerning input. I am very pleased that you have agreed to do this interview with me, and I think that is all. Thank you so much. Our last interviewee wanted to stay anonymous, and she stated, "I am ashamed I even went to see that atrocity." Hello, ma'am. Thank you for joining us for this anonymous interview.
course, darling. Any chance I get to say how terrible this ballet was and what a disgrace it is to the world of dance, I take it. I was a prima ballerina once, and I have been the ballet master at the Paris Opera House for upwards of 15 years. The Rite of Spring was the most atrocious thing to ever cross my eyes. I trained some of those dancers, and I could not believe that they would even continue to rehearse such a thing once they saw the choreography. I, Madame Marie Clarice and Rousseau Dupont, did not dedicate my 40 years of life to the art of dance for it to be disrespected in such a way. This heresy will put ideas in people's heads that dance does not have to be strict and proper like classical ballet has always been. I say damn right that there were riots and fights and throwing of tomatoes. I will say that I have thrown a tomato or two myself, because the Rite of Spring is an outrageous atrocity and a disgrace to the world of ballet.
Well, that wraps up our last segment on the Rite of Spring. Thank you for joining me. I'm Shiloh Schroeder with 321 Countdown News.